Yo, what up? Can you hear me? Yeah. What up, boys? Give me a sec. All right. Let's see here. Okay. I think what I want to do today is probably do a little bit of I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I think that, have you seen the Elden Ring 20-second gameplay? Nah, I didn't really look at that. I'm not that worried about the leaks or whatever. To me, I just want to chill, you know, like I just want to play the game. I don't give a fuck about some leak bullshit or whatever. I want to play the actual game. I guess we should just go up to here and get started. So if people want to group up, we can just kind of get ready and go to work. Seems like the best idea. Let me go over this way. 28-second leak of a guy jumping. Yeah, but I mean, like, dude, the Dark Souls fans get like no fucking content, right? They just get like one. They get like one game every 2 years, maybe DLC if they're lucky. They weren't lucky last time. So like, if a trailer comes out, you can pretty much bet that like every Dark Souls content creator is going to make at least 5 videos on it, because there's nothing else to talk about. Everything else has been kind of just fucking you know, explained into the ground. Here to see WoW race things no one cares about. Oh yeah, I saw a little bit more of that. Yeah, no, they're not gonna start, they're not gonna stop with that either. Because I don't even give a. It's the inmates are running the asylum. What else is there to say? So yeah, if you want to come do Shattered Mountain with me, I guess come up to Brightwood. Yeah, come up to Brightwood. Let's do that. I'm thinking like, okay, yeah, doing that's a waste of time. Fuck that. Yeah, come up to Brightwood and we'll meet up over there. Actually, milking a cow, this game's interesting. Yeah, I like that, it's fun. True, it's a job for content in those areas. Yeah, true. You want a party tonight? No. People are placing a 20-second link for the map that people made up from everything. Oh, I have no idea, man. Like, I wish I could tell you about that, but I really couldn't. It's hard for me to say. Do I want this? I'm just gonna put this away for now. And that's my luck here. Somebody got a 574. They traded me this. I think people are gonna start hitting 600s in like a couple of days. Probably they already are on other servers. 11 a.m. EST. No, I'm probably gonna do the car thing today, honestly. Just get it out of the way before any other like crazy shit happens. So yeah, if anybody wants to come and do this, just come on over here. Should be fine. I feel like the music is so low. Why is the music so low? It's like, yeah, like, I don't know why. The music for like New World. Let me see, volume mixer. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, I'm happy. Did WoW make more changes today or something? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, every time that they do, like, I always get tagged in it, so, like, I see every single time that, like, something stupid happens. Which is, like, a good and a bad thing. What'd they do this time? They got rid of some quests that had, like, damsels in distress. And, because, like, women can never be compromised in any sort of a position. Because if they are, then it's patriarchy. It's clearly what it is. The Deathwing one? Yeah, yeah. And you can't approach you cannot flirt with a woman. And apparently you can't flirt with a man either. The male blood elf quest, it's mistaken for a chick, yeah. Because if you mistake somebody's gender, even if you're, like, what I always find is weird about this is, like, I mean, this is a guy, he's, you know, he's, like, murdering people and then reconstituting their bodies as undead soldiers for Sylvanas' army, right? And he's, like, taking, like, bits and pieces of, like, babies and women and children and everybody, and, like, putting them together in these, like, gigantic amalgamations of flesh and having them walk around. And this is somehow okay, but at the same time, you know, it's fine for him to do that, but if he misgenders somebody, that's too much. It's just, as I said, the inmates are running the asylum. Renamed Corpse Grinder NPC because the NPC told Alliance players to slit their wrists. See, the thing is with that, I saw that, yeah, they took the Corpse Grinder NPC out of the game. If you want to go through, you can find how many examples do you think that they have of Soda Poppin saying something that's bad, you know, especially from like 10 years just broadcasting, right? So like, what I'm saying with this is like, if they're gonna go down the route that anybody with an in-game, thing, like a NPC or whatever, has to fit the 2021 purity test, they should just probably just take everybody out of the game except for probably Vinruki, you know? Maybe Vinruki can fit the test. I don't know, I didn't watch I'm sure there might be a VOD from 2009 where he says something rude. You know what I mean? Is there anybody else that wants to come do this shit? Or am I gonna do this all alone? Like, if I have to go all by myself, I will. I'll go on a bit, yeah. Rich Live was great. Did you watch it? Yeah, of course I did. Rich is a great streamer. Entire industries like this, not just Blizzard. Blizzard's most obvious right now. Well, people don't need to worry about that because we can just play games made in other countries that aren't made by people that have mental disorders as personalities. So there's no real reason to worry about it. Things change. Yeah, message me if you want to come. I got 3 more slots. Yeah, people aren't laughing at the weed games now. I think that's pretty fucking funny. Ah, Banker wants to go too. Let me get him in. Invite the group. So his personalities fares out so well. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's pathetic, but there it is. You gonna stream new Path of Exile League? Yeah, I hope so. Japan won't be safe either, it's poison. Nah, it's not though. Like, the thing is, the moment that people stop buying games like that, it stops. The only reason that it keeps happening is because people keep buying it. That's what I said before, like, do you really think that Bobby and the other executives at fucking Activision Blizzard give a shit about anybody's feelings? Bobby's selling his own mother's ashtray at 5 years old. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody's personal political crusade. It doesn't matter to him. So the moment that they figure that out, those people are going to be out on their ass. But if people keep paying and playing the games, then it's never going to change. That's the simple truth. Can he rate my Kickstarter? Nope. We need 2 more people to do some of the Shattered Mountain stuff. We're gonna go and do this area, then we're gonna go do this, and then this, and then just rotate around and kill these 2 NPCs over and over until I just want to go get the car. Blizzard's a money print machine. Fact, I'm department's very small piece. Activision Blizzard revenue. Well, why would that matter? Well, let's say you have $1,000 and somebody steals $100 from you, and they give you 50. Let's say they steal $100 from you, and they say, well, it's only 10% of your money. You still gonna give a fuck about it? Absolutely. Can see your items. Yeah, I got this today. And it's decent. Like, I wish it was better, but it's decent. It's not even close to 10%. It's more like eating out once a month to them. No, I would say like World of Warcraft revenue is probably I'd say 8 to 10% of the company's revenue. Yeah, somewhere around there. Maybe 8, maybe 7 or 6 at this point, because it's gone down. But like, that's a lot. That's a huge amount. It's not like 8 to 10%'s a lot. Yeah. Well, like, so like you have like the 3 different. What else do they have? Oh, well, it's not Blizzard. I need 1 more person, by the way. I need 1 more person, then we're gonna start. I'm gonna just, what the fuck is that? I'm gonna just go up there. We meet up here at Big Boy. Well, I can just start working on him. Anyway, so they've got King, and King makes like Candy Crush and stuff, and that's owned by Activision Blizzard. And like, that's a huge cash cow with like much less overhead as well. And so it's like, not only is the plus a lot bigger, but the minus is a lot smaller too. So that's really big. Then on top of that, they've got Call of Duty on the Activision side. Warzone, as we all know, is a huge success. Call of Duty pumps out a new game that every fucking high school freshman and college freshman buys. And I buy some of them still. I think Call of Duty is a good franchise. I like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is doing really well. No, it is. Like, Call of Duty is extremely popular. Like, they really, as I said, I mean, they really knocked it out of the park with Warzone, I think. Like, Warzone was like a W that they really, really, really needed. And I think they got it. Because, like, I felt like before Warzone, Call of Duty was just kind of stagnant. There was, like, nothing... It's just like, okay, you know, it's a new campaign, and who gives a shit? Modern Warfare 2 or any other COD. But I feel like, yeah, obviously, like, Modern Warfare 2 is really good. I mean, the first one was really good, too. Like, it's always crazy whenever... You know, like, the first one comes out, Modern Warfare comes out, and it's, like, so fucking good. And then the second one comes out, it's even better. It was, like, Halo 1 and Halo 2, you know? It was so good back then, man. Holy fuck. I don't know how Warzone's doing so well. It's infested by cheaters. Why? Well, it's actually very simple why it's doing so well. So, like, logically, if it's infested by cheaters, then cheaters are winning. And if cheaters are winning, that means they're in higher brackets of ELO, right? Or matchmaking rating, MMR, whatever you want to call it. So because they have a higher MMR, the average player never encounters a cheater, or very rarely encounters a cheater. Now, cheaters do have a perception effect on the game, because every single time that you get killed, if you know there's a lot of cheating in the game, you always assume that you got killed by a cheater and not somebody who's really good, which I don't think is good for games. Well, you encounter shitloads. I feel like I didn't really encounter a lot of cheaters. But it's like, it's really hard to tell sometimes. Like, you have like the obvious cheaters, but I think a lot of them just do it to like snipe streamers and stuff. Most cheaters at highest, yeah. Skill-based matchmaking. If you're generally average and under, you won't encounter anything. Exactly, yeah. I'm not like a super serious Call of Duty player. You know, I play Call of Duty a little bit differently than other people do, so my MMR is not really that high. Cheaters all over the play. Fly hack, speed hack's been all around a lot recently. Well, I guess I say this all like in the context of like I haven't really played COD for like maybe 6 months or so. So I'm sure it got worse. I know they made like some fucking announcement. They're like, cheaters, you know, we're putting you on fucking on watch or whatever, and putting you on notice. But I thought that was kind of funny. I don't think it's really gonna do much though, to be honest. And part of the reason Apex been getting huge lately is the cheating has gotten so fucked in Warzone. Yeah, like in my opinion, I know this is maybe unpopular to some people, but I think that Warzone is a better game than Apex. And like, of course, to a certain degree, this is personal preference. Like, there are some people that like the more futuristic, customizable gameplay of Apex. Other people like the more gunplay and straightforward gameplay of Warzone. Yeah, but for me, I prefer Warzone, although I enjoy Apex. Like, I feel like with Apex, the reason why there isn't as much
Commander Ozian Atreus here.
Sure, I knock these out. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll do that one later on. Not right now, though. Apex has too much downtime? No, I don't think that's the problem with Apex. I think the problem with Apex is that there are a lot of meta gameplay things that you have to do in Apex. Like, I remember whenever it first came out, bunny hopping was big, and then there was like something about strafing that you had to do as well. And there were like a lot of like meta things, like strafe tapping, yeah, strafe on the wall. And like, there's tons of like these things, like for Fortnite was the same problem, right? Where a good player in Apex has more verticals that they can be better than a bad player in Apex than in Warzone versus Warzone. Now, does that make sense? Fortnite late 2018, early 2019 was so good. Yeah, it was amazing. It was the best game. It was the best game out at that time, in my opinion. Apex all out playing challenge, shooting secondary, and that feels bad. People enjoy shooters. Yeah, I think Apex also, like, you've got a really good point there, where like Nick, I think got Master Predator, whatever, in Apex, and you know, he told me, because like Nick has always been like way better than me in Apex, even whenever we both played a lot, and it's apparently the same, right? Where like movement is just like such a big factor. It's probably like the biggest factor. And just stop being good in Fortnite, community start trying. Well, I think really that's kind of like the problem, is like with a lot of competitive players, like the way that you have to play in order to be a competitive player is not necessarily good for streaming in many cases. So like, for example, the way that you practice as like an ultra competitive player is sometimes boring for an audience to watch. So like, I'll give you an example. The way I'm playing New World right now. The way I play New World is I just kill 2 rare spawns over and over for 6 hours a day. It's the best way of getting gear. It is, like, that's it. It's stupid, it's mindless, it's garbage, it's terrible gameplay, and it's the best way of getting gear. So, like, if you're gonna take somebody who is really, really good at something, and you're gonna put them in front of an audience, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna be entertaining. And I think that's kind of what happened. Have you not looked at the Void Vent set? Have I not looked at it? It's literally up on my screen right now. I was actually looking at it earlier today and yesterday. So yeah, I've been paying attention to that stuff. I think I'm gonna get the armoring stuff soon. Competitiveness for own gaming. I mean, there was Billy Mitchell back in the 80s, right? I mean, competitiveness is nothing new. Competition save gaming? It didn't do either one. It just... Like, the thing is with competition and, like, competitive gameplay and stuff like that is that you actually don't have to interact with any of that if you don't want to. I think there are some people that want games to just kind of be this innocent thing where nobody really tries that hard, but I can guarantee you that, like, what these people really mean is that they feel like they suck at games now. I think that's like what a lot of the ways that people feel is. Audition play a serious role in bringing gaming into the mainstream. Yeah, I think it helps for sure. I'll wait for this guy in a minute. Alright, let's kill this piece of shit again. No, he's running away. Why am I not able to hit him? Oh, heavy attack him, I forgot. Say this is a good 1.0 for an MMO. I'm really hesitant to say that it's good because a good 1.0 because like there are a lot of like just core features that don't work. Things like the Azoth staff tier 5, like just the quests, etc. Right? I mean, it's like, yeah, it's good, but at the same time, it's not amazing. Let's get Roy. I'll take care of him. God, this guy's such a pain in the ass. Did Roy die there, or did he get knocked? Okay, he got knocked, that's fine. Go for it. This boss has so much health, it's driving me crazy. No swimming is straight up unacceptable. Yeah, it's like, there's things like that that are just like... I'm, like, they were trying to come up with, like, their top 20 things that they should fix. Like, I think number one needs to be the questing and the leveling experience. Like, that's just, like, it's more important than the Azoth staff because, like, the high-level players are just going to be annoyed, but they'll keep playing, realistically. Like, I think that they're really, Amazon's really at risk of losing those, like, casuals, right? Those, like, people that, like, log on for a couple hours a day. I think those are the guys that are really, they're really on the fence with that kind of stuff. The rest of the stuff, like the high-level content and being like super repetitive, etc., like does it really matter if 60 is bad if people don't want to even play to get to 60? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, think about that. Like, I mean, and I'm 60, right? So it's in my best interest to say, like, oh, fix 60 content, but I think that's not really the case. 30 got boring. Yeah. Or it's like, for me, I kind of just like it because it's very relaxing to play. But I can see why a lot of people would be tired of it, right? Or annoyed with it. And like, how could you really tell them that they're wrong? And we need some more people here too. We'd like to have 10 people for whenever we do Mark Guard. Something being broken and missing entirely. Yeah, I think they shouldn't really add anything new until they fix everything that's broken, minus the questing. Like, the questing needs to be fixed, like, yesterday. That's just, I think, a huge problem. I'm getting a good marker group on my server every day. Can't wait for server transfers. Yeah. Oh, I got a perpy boy. Crystal shot. That's a piece of shit. Quest to repair them boring. How many chests do you need to loot before you quit the game? Well, at least 2 more. What's wrong with the questing? Oh, it's not work. Are they engaging? They're just terrible. They're badly designed and they're really repetitive. That's what's wrong with them. Yeah, we're gonna be going up to Mark Guard if people want to go up there. Let's knock out the elite chests here. Issues with questing is what makes me think twice about logging on. I mean, to me, like, I just knew it would be over, and like, it gave me an opportunity to level up my gathering profession, so like, I didn't really worry about it that much, honestly. Like, for a lot of other people, it was like a big factor, but for me, I just didn't really care that much. Like, I played through Classic WoW, and so, like, boring and repetitive content like that is just... it's part and parcel of the MMO experience. It's not really something I worry about that much. Like, is it acceptable? Well, I would say no, it's not, but... it's also, like... you know, it is what it is. Try to get big boy there. Trying to get some stuns on him. Oh, he blows up when he dies, by the way. I know people get killed by that like every day. There we go. If your first dodge doesn't work, just do it again. A little bit of a tip. There's not so much quest for me, but how boring the story is. See, I don't have that problem because I never read any of the text, so I can't know how boring the story is. I don't have that problem because I don't know what the story is at all. Yeah, this is a non-issue to me. Like, I appreciate a good story, but if I don't get one, I don't really care that much. It's whatever to me. Ah, you dick ass boy. Let's just kill these things. Do we have a healer? I guess we don't. Yeah, it'd be nice if we could get a healer. And of course we aggroed the bone. Fuck those guys. I probably should put on my great axe. Switch everything, dex primary weapon, pierce damage, strength. There's a lot more variety there. Yeah, I want to pick out whatever just like gives me the most options. Aliens or demons, that's what's invading. It's the story. I'm not really sure. I think it's like there's corruption, it's not good. And so we have to stop the corruption because it's not good. That's pretty much where I'm at. What if we're the corruption? No, we're the colonizers. How can we possibly be the corruption? We're the fucking protagonists of the story. What do you mean? There's another elite chest up here. What direction do you think streaming is going with the possibility of new orgs forming? I think that content orgs are definitely the future. I think that you'll see large companies. I think complexity, things like complexity are the future of esports orgs, because you're gonna look at different things like Dallas Cowboys or other sports adjacent things like ESPN, etc. And they have so much money that paying esports teams isn't really a big deal, and they look at it as advertising rather than a business. And I think that's what you're going to see happen with esports teams in many regards, because having an esports team, etc., is just in many regards it's wasted money unless you're like winning huge tournaments, which is just like, it's a huge risk to try that. Content orgs in a way helps balance the power in between platform and individual streamers. I don't really know if I'd agree with that entirely. I think that content orgs don't really provide any sort of power against the platforms, because like really, if like for example like everybody from OTK left Twitch tomorrow, Twitch banned everybody from OTK, the world would carry on, and it wouldn't really make that big of a difference. Now, I mean, obviously if they did that with everybody continuously, it would be an issue, but I have no delusions of grandeur, you know what I mean? There's everybody's replaceable. I'm just a TV show for a lot of people, and if their favorite TV show isn't on, they're just going to watch their second favorite, and they're not really going to think to change the channel or whatever. I don't really think that's a bad thing to admit or anything like that. It's just, in my opinion, realistic. I watched you on Hassan. Yeah, I know that I've got I really appreciate all the viewers that I have that are very loyal, and they watch me all the time and everything. Like, that's amazing. And I don't mean to discount anybody like that. I think it's just a matter of it's a matter of hitting those like outer concentric circles of viewership engagement. You know, you want to find those people who are like not, you know, they watch you sometimes, but not all the time, and you know, they're the more casual viewers. You know, they go on Twitch, they don't go on Asmongold TV. Or, you know, twitch.tv/Asmongold. Streamers boring as fuck. I think there's a lot of streamers that are boring too. I mean, I don't mean to be a dick, but I do really think so. But luckily there's a lot that aren't. And the thing is, like, there's other people, like, I hear all the time, people think I'm boring, right? Like, you know, there'll be like a post about, you know, like top streamers of the year or month or whatever, and I mean, don't mean to brag, but usually I'm on that list, right? And unless I'm taking a break for whatever reason, it's that time of the year. And even then, sometimes I get on there even then. And anyway, I'll read comments about it, you know, because I'll be tagged in them and I'll just see them. And people will say like, oh, Asmongold, I hate watching Asmongold. I think he's super boring, right? Like I only watch train wrecks, or I hate watching train wrecks. I think Asmongold is the only one that's funny, or I only like watching XQC, or you know, like if Hassan wasn't on the platform, I'd never go on Twitch. And so I think a good thing about a place like Twitch is the fact that there's a place for all of those people. Pull him out of there, but it's hard to. Hopefully we get some good perps. I actually got a legendary from this guy before, a legendary shield. People have different tastes. Yeah, exactly, and that's what I always thought it was odd, because like I'm like, yo, I'm boring? Like, what do you mean, right? But to other people, they think I am. And I think it's just a matter, again, of taste. So it's important not to get too much in your head about that stuff too. Because like it is just, it's just the reality of things. Alright, let's go up to town and then we'll meet up, and hopefully we'll get enough people to do Leviathan. Can't get around to like you? Yeah. Because I'll just said us people are wrong. Well, I mean, like, the thing is, like, yeah, because I'm goofing around, right? But, like, everybody knows, like, there's things, like, for example, like, I never really liked Minecraft a lot. Now, maybe if I played with people that were, like, more fun to play with, I'd enjoy it, but on, like, a personal level, I just never really, I never really got into it. But, like, Minecraft's, like, the most popular game in the world. So, like, am I wrong for, like, not liking Minecraft? I think, in a way, kind of I am, right? And so, like, why is it that I don't like this game? But the truth is, it's not my pacing, it's not my style. So, I don't think that's bad, either. Do I like the armor aesthetic of the game? I like some of the armor aesthetics, yeah. I think they could be a little bit more interesting, though. If people play it, it's just more fun together with other people. Yeah, exactly, right? And that's what I always tell people, right? It's the same as, like, I never really liked Call of Duty whenever every game was about World War II. Like, it was just never really that appealing to me. And I know that a lot of other people, like, loved that, and they were mad whenever they moved over to, like, Modern Warfare, and it was just so popular, and that was just, like, it went from being, like, you know, like, back in the day, Call of Duty was, like, much more historical in a way, whereas, like, as soon as I think Modern Warfare came out, they did, like, a paradigm shift with Call of Duty in general. And so, let's see. Like, yeah, but yeah, I didn't really like that kind of content. Probably called style more. Yeah, see, like, I like the new style a lot more. Like, I love the new Call of Duty games. Call of Duty Afghanistan, where the objective is to lose as many soldiers as possible while pulling out. I think that that's just a, the objective was to probably secure valuable resources in one way or another, and everything else was just collateral. Is there ever a COD about World War I made? I don't really think there's ever been a game made that, like, really has done World War I justice, and I think that's unfortunate. I think World War I is a really interesting... I think it's the most interesting war. Like, in my opinion, I think that, like, the Hitler occult stuff and, like, how they were trying to find, you know, like, I don't know if people know this, but, like, Hitler was, like, trying to find, and they ordered trying to find all of these, like, old, like, occult things, like the Ark of the Covenant and other, like, crazy shit like that, because they wanted to try to, like, harness that power, and they thought it was real. And this isn't everybody in, like, in the Nazi party, right? But this was a prevailing opinion, right? Spear of Destiny, etc. So, occult was fun. Henry Kimmel did that? Oh, yeah. Well, either way, like, so like there's like elements of intrigue there that I find like it's like wow, this is like really fucking cool, right? They did this, and it is compelling, but the majority of World War II, I just feel like has been played out so many times. Like of course, if there's like a new big movie about World War II, I'll probably watch it, but I find that like World War I is way more interesting to me personally, because it was a time that cavalry fought against tanks, and like that to me is just so interesting, because it was like it was basically a font. Well, I mean, yeah, you're right, but like the whole idea of it, and like the, you know, World War I was like the end of the you know, the grand encounters on the battlefield, right? It was like the end of the glory of war. That's why I think, like, what did they call it, like shell shock, when like people would get like PTSD from war back then. 1917 movie about World War II. My dad watched it. He said it wasn't good, which is like, I don't know why he'd say that, because I thought it was going to be so good. I haven't seen it yet. How many people do we have? Let's wait for just a little bit longer and see if we can get some more people. Yeah, I am. 1970 was fantastic. Yeah, see, like, I want to watch it because my understanding is, like, the way that the camera work and everything was done was really interesting, too. And, you know, as somebody, like, I'm not a huge film guy, but, like, I do have an interest in it. Camera work was unreal. Yeah, yeah. Hades is a great game to play off stream. I played through all of Hades. How far are you away, No Name? Is Hades worth $30? Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a genuinely good game. I think the story was surprisingly good. Like, I found that I was like playing through the game a lot just to get to the next part of the story. They should not grow old. No, I haven't seen that. What weapon do you like in Hades? The shield and the Eris rail. The, what's it called? Like the gun, basically. Shields up here. Yeah, that was the first thing I cleared the game with. Is there a reason why Ice Gem's an axe? I just got it like that. Came that way. Favorite part of the map aesthetically? I really like the raining part of Morningdale. That's my favorite part. Like in this area here. Okay, we're gonna start in like 2 minutes, okay guys? So many upscaled footage. Yeah, I think my dad watched it. Like anytime that like there's ever any Vietnam content, my dad watches it. Watch Squid Games? No, I haven't watched Squid Games. Did they have like I'm gonna be honest, and this might trigger some people, but like I don't watch anything that doesn't have, like, if I have to watch subtitles, read subtitles, I'm just not going to do it. Yeah, they have good dubs. I watch them dubbed. Okay, that's good. How about you watch anime? I watch it all dubbed. I just, yeah, I don't want to listen to something, a language I don't understand. It's literally that. Like, I find that the entire idea of people wanting to do that, I find it just ridiculous. I remember I never even knew it was a thing until I played Sekiro and people wanted me to play it on Japanese, and I'm like, are you crazy? I don't speak Japanese. Why do you want me to play a game in Japanese? I do think that, like, obviously I've watched some movies and everything with dubs on, and I will grant you that. Alright, let's go ahead and just go. I will grant you that, like, there is, I think, more emotion and everything in the, usually, like, the original content. But I just don't find that to be compelling enough to me to want to watch it that way. The dubs are so bad. See, like, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I don't really care a lot about it. I just want to know, like, to me, I am a story enjoyer. I don't really care about anything else. I don't care about, like, really the art style. I don't really care about it. I am a story enjoyer. So as long as the story is good, that's what I really care about. Now, obviously, like, if the dub is, like, really bad and it's, like, noticeable, then, like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't enjoy it. But, very rarely have I ever had that situation. So yeah, that's why I don't even really care a lot about, like, spoilers a lot with like, you know, I remember, like, Game of Thrones, people would get, like, really mad about that. I never really did, because, like, I wanted to see, like, I had, like, my prediction of, like, what I thought was going to happen, and it wasn't really, to me, about, like, what was going to happen was the story, it was how it was going to happen. And just, like, seeing it occur is really what I found interesting. You know, so, like, spoilers for me don't, like, I try not to spoil myself because I'd want to see it, you know, the first time or whatever, but, like, this is, like, not really something I have a strong feeling towards. It's just a, it's just a direction. Some people value original voice acting. See, like, I don't. It's not really important to me. I care a lot about just, like, understanding the story and being able to pick up on all of it. That's what really matters the most to me. But yeah, I think that I think it's a personal thing. I think some people maybe, like, listening to the Japanese, like, the voices and everything, like, maybe it creates another level of escapism, and maybe that's, like, more enjoyable. Like, I don't know, there's probably a million reasons why people like listening to that. Subs and reviews like Inglorious Bastards bother you? Well, no, because it's like, it's a little bit different. So no, it doesn't, that specifically doesn't bother me, no. None of these dubs of animes were bad. I'm sure they were. See, like, back then, like, I had no, like, I had no sense of, like, opinion of that, right? So, like, I didn't even think of that. It wasn't even on my radar. Looks like we got a firing squad up here. I want to kill these guys. Dubs are bad, that's why I don't watch them. Yeah, like, to me, I remember I watched, like, one show in, like, French, and I could tell, like, the dubs were, like, so bad I stopped watching it. But it's like, I'm not gonna stop watching it and then watch it in French instead, right? I'm just gonna watch something else. I've only made the exception for like a couple of animes. How do you play Axe or PvE? Simple, I'm reading chat, I'm not even looking at the screen. Yeah, it's actually really easy. Yeah, I don't even know what's happening. Watching a dev show and a sub show is like watching two different shows almost. You see, I don't really get that out of it. I think for some people, that's what they get out of it, but for me, I don't get that out of it, so... I can't really relate there as much as other people can. Am I doing a raid right now? This is an area that's intended for a group, but... You mean like a raid, like a 10 or 20 man group? No, not really. This is just a, area. Must be liking the game if you're already 60, my man. Oh man. Yeah, already 60, huh? I could have probably leveled to 60 2.5 times by now. Very second league gameplay Elden Ring. Yeah, people asked me about that a lot today so far. I didn't really look at it myself. I don't really care. Like, I think it's gonna be really good. It's about it, you know. It's not that big of a deal to me. Whenever we aggro an enforcer, let's all like stop and make sure that we are able to kill them on their own because of how dangerous they are. I'm surprised you get so many hours off this game. Yeah, I just like the game. I don't know really what else to say about it. I know New World has been like a really polarizing game for a lot of people. And, like, people, it seems like, either think New World is the savior of MMO gaming, or it's like the worst game that's ever been made. And I think that some of that extremism is it's a little bit exhausting for me. Yeah, it's just a game to me. Like, it's not something I really like have to feel strongly about or whatever. Like, I just play the game, you know. It's not a big deal, man. That's about it. Let's go up here and get this guy. Man, these guys are really fast. They attack super fast. Have I tried Wendy's new fries? No, I haven't really. I haven't been to Wendy's probably in like a whole week now. Oh, actually, no, I went a few days ago. Never mind, it's not true. Actually, now I think about it, I haven't been to Chipotle in like probably 5 days. Looks like almost a record for me. Change, yeah, no. You sponsored by Chipotle? Yeah, I am. I hope they give me like more food to give out to people. A lot of people were like really happy about like whenever I gave out all those codes for like the brisket and everything. So I'm gonna probably tell them like, listen, like let's make this like a monthly thing, and like you guys just give me codes and I tweet them out. We need that free meal. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I know a lot of my viewers are needs, or you know, they just got other shit going on in their life, and you know, getting the free meal is actually really important to them. So, like, I'd want to help out everybody else. fucking big, man. Yeah, and it's a delicious meal, right? It's not like some bullshit. At least I think it is. The event was so funny. Shame you got voted instantly. Yeah, real shame. I got voted off instantly on the cringy RP events that I'm always really bad at doing. Listen, I think it's great. You know, you let Seer, Spaceboy, S-Fan carry those events. They're incredible at it. And then whenever we do a podcast and, you know, you just have to listen to some guy fucking talk for 20 minutes about an opinion nobody cares about, then I can come in and I can carry that. So, you know, I'm good at some things. I'm not good at other things. I'm not that great at RP. Like, I don't like doing it. It's just like I just don't really feel natural doing it at all. And oh wait, what the hell? Where'd this guy come from? Did he aggro again? Let's come back out and just kill him. Yeah, did I miss one? Oh, I think I did. Wasn't he back there or something? Yeah, he was back there. Thanks, I forgot all about him. Yeah, everybody come on back out. Let me see how to wash my hands. Yeah, but it's just like, I'm not really that kind of guy, you know? And it's not like, I don't think I'm like too cool for it or whatever. I just think I don't have like the personality for it. And I don't think this is like a shortcoming really for me. I'm just not like that. I don't feel insecure about it, if that makes sense. Like maybe one day like I'll do like a GTA RP stream or something like that, but it's not something I've got on the list right now. Another chest up here, guys. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Just like immersion. Yeah, I'm not really about it, man. Ooh, I'm full. I can't loot it. Okay. That's a nice item. And guys, if there's ever an item that I get and you want it, you just open trade and tell me and I'll just give it to you. I don't really care what it is. Unless I'm gonna use it, I just give it away. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, and there's no chest in there. Yeah, alright, let's go over to the Leviathan. How's the watermark grind going? We've been hitting some 580s. I didn't stream at all yesterday. Or not stream, I mean I didn't stream or play. I didn't play the game at all. I don't think I even got on my computer yesterday. Got him. RP is an art, so many people misunderstand it. No, it's not for everyone. Those who knock it just have no idea. Well, it's the same as like, it goes both ways, right? I mean, you can't expect everybody to like art, and you can't expect everybody to not, or to like the same kind of art. Or to like or not like. I think it's just as simple as some people like some things and other people like other things, and it doesn't really get any more complicated than that. These enforcers are crazy. God, what was that? Invoker's gonna be the biggest thing to happen in MMO since Wrath of the Lich King. Agree or disagree? I don't know. I think Final Fantasy has been it's been influential in a big way to like MMOs, and I think it will be increasingly more so, especially as people give it more recognition as just being a good game. I think a lot of people's recognition of Final Fantasy is in the context of World of Warcraft, and I think that truthfully the game does, like, it has the ability to stand on its own 2 feet. Like, I think they should, these mobs do a lot of damage. Maybe they're too strong. It seems weird that, like, these mobs are harder than some of the bosses. Okay, so yeah, just spam autos. Or sorry, spam heavies. What am I saying? Autos. Okay, I'm just gonna put on hash and kill this thing. Gotta get around him. There we go. Good job, guys. Keep it up. Yeah, epic games like Final Fantasy and New World are doing well. I wish WoW was still an S tier game. We all wish it was. I think, yeah, like in a way it was like really cool in like Wrath where like everybody was playing WoW. Like it's like WoW was like the game. Everybody was playing it. It was the coolest game. And like that was so cool. But the truth is that like that's something that doesn't really last forever, because usually content like that doesn't really. Oh, nice! What I get? It's nothing good, unfortunately. Yeah, no king rules forever. There you go. Let's do a couple more of these, and then we'll go and do the other stuff. The Merc Guard. I'll make sure I mine as many of these as possible before other people do. Wizard failed to innovate and evolve WoW. Yeah, I mean, like, innovation happened. I think Mists of Pandaria wasn't really innovative at all. Like, they had a few innovations, but, like, I think Mists of Pandaria's innovations were, in a lot of ways, just L's. Like, proving grounds, scenarios. I think the innovation they had that was good was the challenge modes. Like, that was really cool because it set the stage for Mythic Plus. But Mists of Pandaria was just a... it was a really good expansion. Like, it didn't do anything super new. It didn't, you know, redefine everything. It was just really good at what the game was already good at. And I think that has value too. Do you think we need WoW 2? No, I think we need Blizzard 2. What's gonna happen with WoW 2? Like, the same morons that are like renaming every NPC in the game because it could offend 3 people on Twitter. These are the same people that are going to be making WoW 2. I'll each by away in the cave. Okay, let's go back and get it after this one. No name, we'll follow you after we get this next one. What the fuck was that? 5:45. I probably should start getting ready to have a spear. And again, guys, as I said, if anybody wants any of this stuff, feel free to ask. Feels an MMO made by previous devs who worked on WoW. I don't know. Like, to me, I'm not really Not really that concerned about that.